All right, welcome back to another one of our film reviews. Today we are talking Texans rookie offensive tackle Blake Fisher and his performance in the first preseason game for the Texans, the Hall of Fame game. And we got a great set of cut-ups for you today, highlighting Fisher's talent. He's got some things to work on, no doubt, but he does have some really high potential. As always, if you appreciate this content, give us a like, give us any comments with any feedback you might have. But without further ado, let's jump right into the film. All right, we're going to open up with a running play, and there's Fisher right there on the right side of your screen, the left tackle here for the Houston Texans. And this is just going to be a standard zone blocking concept to the left side of the offense. Fisher's working this way into that gap. Left guard's working this way. Center's working this way. In the backside, we're getting backside cutoffs here. Again, the goal here is just to get a gap over and the person that comes into the gap. Now, 9 times out of 10 in this situation, if you're the left tackle, that's going to be this guy, number 94. He's obviously lined up in your gap. Most of the time, you're going to reach out to him and just try and block on him, try and reach him a little bit, base block him if you can't reach him. Now, here's the interesting thing. Even though it's a preseason game, the Bears try and get a little cute with it. They actually bring 94 inside to the B gap. This requires Fisher to not only recognize that he's going away and to get off of him, hand him off to the guard here. Guard's got to pick him up and then work up to the next level. Fisher does a great job not only recognizing, but reacting and delivering a powerful statement block. Let's check it out. We get some motion. There's a snap. Again, you can see the zone blocking, everyone working to the offense's left. You can see the backside cutoffs there. You can see Fisher. He's aiming for 94's outside shoulder beginning. 94 flashes away. He smartly recognizes, reacts, and works up to number 39. Gets on 39 and introduces him into the freaking turf. Awesome job right here. Now look, 39's a DB. Fisher's an offensive tackle. When this happens, this is what you should do. You need to humiliate defensive backs that think they can play in the box. This is exactly what I like to see from a young offensive lineman. Getting your hands on someone smaller, someone that you can bully, and then just putting him into the ground flat on his back. That's a great rep here from Fisher. Again, it's a DB. It's not like he's going up against Aaron Donald here or anything, but I love the toughness. I love the grit. I love the mentality from the young tackle. Let's take a look at it from the sideline copy. It looks even better. You can see that 94 goes away. He works up, gets on 39, and then drives them into the dirt. That's exactly what you want to see. This is what you're supposed to do. If you're going to be a quality tackle in the National Football League, when you get on DBs, they have to be flat on their back as a result. That's exactly what Fisher does right here. I mean, I could watch this all day. This is phenomenal stuff here from the young tackle. Intelligence to recognize and react when the defensive end goes away, but getting up on the DB and absolutely embarrassing him. Awesome work. All right, we're going the other way now. There's Fisher, though, right there at left tackle once again on the left side of your screen. This is a passing situation for the Houston Texans. Here, the Chicago Bears are going to try and run a stunt. They're going to have the defensive end over here take one step up the field and try and loop around. They're going to have the defensive tackle right here lined up in a really wide 3 technique, work outside here. Again, Fisher's responsibility at the snap. He's looking at number 90. He's trying to maintain a good relationship as he gets into his kick slide. Once 90 works inside, he's got to hand off 90 to his offensive guard, his buddy right here, and then pick up this defensive tackle coming into his direction. This way right here. It's a great rep from here from Fisher. Technically sound, smart rep. Let's check it out. All right, there's a snap. Again, you can see Fisher getting to his kick set. You can see the stunt performed on the right side of the defense, the left side of the screen. You can see 96, I think that is 96 from the Chicago Bears, getting out of his stance, then working vertically into Fisher right there. I love how Fisher uses his hands and basically derails and blows up the entire stunt right here. Because you see number 90, he's trying to back out of it, but because Fisher is so strong with his grip, and we'll show more plays about it later, he basically holds everything up right there. It just becomes a big mess, but he still recognizes it's a stunt, comes off, and picks up his man. This is a great rep here from Blake Fisher. Now, look, I like him to be a little bit more athletic and not kind of lose his feet and trip and fall at the end there, just because it looks kind of ugly. I mean, he does his job fine. Mills gets rid of the ball, easy completion, successful play. Like him to be a little, don't fall on your feet, don't fall on your face kind of thing there. But overall, doing a good job protecting your quarterback, picking up a stunt. This is exactly what you're looking for here from the young tackle.
Yeah, Nick, and I think one thing we see here that he does really well in college and in the pros so far is pass blocking. He was a better pass blocker than he was a run blocker coming out of college, and we see that here in this play. In college, 2023, he only allowed 3 sacks all season, and this was a team in Notre Dame that was going up against a lot of stiff competition. So I think Fisher showing this here shows that he is ready and his skills are transferring from what he did in college to the pros.
All right, going back to a run play here, and there is once again Fisher on the right side of your screen, going the other direction as always at left tackle. And the Houston Texans here, they're going to run kind of a power concept. They're going to have everybody on the play side working down. They're going to have the center blocking back. They're going to have the guard pulling to kick out the end man on a scrimmage. They're going to have the tight end working up as well. And they're going to have the tackle Fisher do what's called an anchor down technique. He's taking a step inside, checking and securing this gap here. If 94 backs out this way, he then pushes him out. If 94 comes into the gap, he then takes him in this situation. Again, the goal here for the entire Texans offense is essentially to create a seal here and then have the guard pull and kick out the end man on the line of scrimmage and create a seal here, and the running back runs through that, right? That's how it's drawn up. Now, unfortunately for the Houston Texans, they don't really do a good job blocking on the play side. It basically becomes a big huddled mess right here in the middle, and there's nowhere for the running back to go. But Fisher does a really good job, again, recognizing what the defense is trying to do when he slants inside, gets some movement here, opens up a hole when there wasn't one for the running back. Let's check it out. There's a snap. You can see the pulling guard. You can see everybody working down for the Houston Texans offense. You can see where the play is designed to go. Designed to go right here. You can see at the beginning of the play, Fisher, check the B gap, look outside, 94 crosses his face, and then tries to get on him and wash him inside. But watch the running back again. He's trying to work in this area right here. There just isn't anywhere to go. It's just a mass of humanity. So he tries to just cut back. Now, a lot of the time in this situation, I see a lot of tackles, they just basically get beat across their face. It becomes a big pile in here. But what I like about Fisher is he keeps his feet moving. He gets inside and keeps washing him down and opens up a hole there. Again, there's no hole right here, nowhere to go. But he keeps pushing this defensive end all the way down inside the hash. And lo and behold, there's a seam. And you get a 5-yard run in the red zone. That's what it takes to win sometimes in the red zone. Again, is it an impact block? Absolutely not. But it's getting your hands, your feet aligned and moving them, fighting and working through some bad, tough situations. Again, not ideal. You've got a defensive scheme right here. Everyone's pinching inside, playing inside run. Not a great time to call this play. But when you have a guy like Kieran Fisher working his feet, moving his feet, keep driving, it opens up a hole when there isn't one. Again, is it an impact block? No. Is it a pancake? No. But it's enough of an effort, enough of a 1-2 where it creates a positive play where nothing was there.
Yeah, Nick, and as we look at what Fisher does, I alluded to last play that he is a good pass blocker, but in this game in particular versus the Bears, he actually graded out better as a run blocker, 20 points higher as a run blocker than he was a pass blocker. And this is how he wins as a run blocker. He uses his size, he uses his strength. This is a guy 6'6, 315 pounds. He's got the size and strength to play in the NFL. We just got to see him use it. And I think right here, you see exactly what a guy with his frame can do in this situation. And here he does just enough to get the play done.
All right, very next play in the game, there's Fisher right there once again at left tackle coming right at you on your screen. This is going to be a bucket, a run of pass protection plays. We're going to highlight Fisher in a lot of one-on-one matchups against different players, highlighting what he can bring as a pass protector. Let's get right into it. All right, there's a snap. Good kick step out there. A little wider than I would like. He's a good athlete, so he moves pretty quickly. I like him to maintain just a little bit more inside leverage, but that's pretty nitpicky. But one thing I love about him overall, he gets his hands on you, he gets a good base, and then you're done. Right there, he just throttles down. Here's just a really great technical thing for any of you technique junkies out there. You see he gets into a bull rush defense right there. The bull rush is what the defender's using against him. When you're in this situation, what they tell you to do as an offensive lineman is to drop your hits and kind of just jump backward a little bit and just kind of get run over slowly and just periodically keep your butt low and just work your feet back. Watch what Fisher does here technically. He recognizes it's a bull rush. Watch how he drops his feet and then kind of hops back. Hop right there. That is textbook clinic tape stuff. That is awesome for this young offensive tackle. That's well coached. That's a credit to the Notre Dame and Houston Texans coaching staff, whoever, and Fisher too. That's phenomenal technique. You can see how he just completely stops his bull rush in his track. Right there. It's over. It's done. Great rep here from Fisher defending the bull rush. Great job there. Let's go into another pass protection. There he is right there. Once again, gets out there, squares him up, keeps working, shuts him down. Nicely done. Right. This is against 94 Austin Booker for the Chicago Bears. Really talented young player, really long arms, really great speed to power move. You see how Fisher right there, again, gets a little wider, opens up the inside a little bit more than I would like, but he stays on him right there. That's tough. Booker, long arms. That's tough. But again, he keeps fighting, keeps working, keeps his hands. See how he resets his hands inside? Oh my goodness, that's exactly how you're supposed to do it. You lose your hands, what's the first thing they teach you in offensive line? Immediately, quickly wrap around, get him back inside. That's exactly what he does. Stalls his momentum. Quarterback has plenty of time. Clean pocket. Big throw down the field. Another good rep from Fisher. Let's go into another one here. There he is right there in a 3-point stance. Gets out there. Look at that strong arms. Oh my goodness gracious. That's like a high school player against a guy. That's like a top prospect in high school against a guy who doesn't play at all. I mean, that is just absolutely embarrassing to see that happen in the National Football League. Just get on a guy like that and just completely just shut him down and just strength, power, grip strength. I mean, that is just awesome stuff. And here's the thing I really like about it too. This is a much better relationship. You see how his head is just inside the head of number 92 for the Bears. Great relationship right there. Gets his hooks on him, and this guy isn't going anywhere. Another great rep here from Blake Fisher. All right, going back to the running game here for a second. So the Houston Texans are running kind of a wide zone scheme to the right side of the field. So you're going to have number 64 work up to that defensive end. You're going to get kind of a zone double team working here. You're going to have the fullback kind of work this way. These two guys, the tackle and the fullback, really don't do a good job handling it. It gets kind of ugly. But on the backside, it's classic zone backside cutoffs. Number 76 is working this way to try and cut off number 45. And right here, Fisher, he's working to cut off this defensive lineman right here to get his body in front. If he can't get him completely squared off right here, he wants to get him moving this way. Because the whole point of any zone scheme, right, is you want to get the play side guys, if all possible, all flow in one direction this way. And then you want a seal on the backside, and then the running back cuts behind it like that. If you can't get this seal on the backside right here, if you can't get these two guys cut off, then you want these guys flying this way too, and then the running back just cuts behind them. Let's check out exactly what Fisher does on this play. It's a credit to his athleticism. Really nice rep, once again, from the young tackle. You get the snap. Again, you get the zone double team on the play side, guard working up to linebacker. You get the tackle going on the defensive end. You have 34 kind of taking a weird path, jumps inside, kind of blows up the play a little bit. You get on the backside cutoff, 76 working up to the linebacker. And look at Fisher here. Again, he's just running. Being a good athlete, running, cuts off 96, keeps running, and just essentially opens up this big hole. This is all you need to do on the backside, folks. And this is a lot harder than it looks, right? Fisher, again, he's not 100% confident of himself in the technique. He's still new because in a perfect world, right, you'd like to take your backhand and kind of maybe throw 96 a little bit more this direction. But he just keeps running, just stays with them, and he opens up this big seam. Look how far that is downfield, right? The line of scrimmage is what? Right there at the 2-yard denominator. Look at where Fisher ends up when it's all said and done. 3 yards downfield, completely cut off this guy from the play. Opens up this huge cutback lane right here. That's really nice work here from Blake Fisher, and that'll do wonders with Bobby Slowick's running game, this zone scheme attack that the Houston Texans like to run. All right, going back to the pass protection game, there's Fisher, of course, at left tackle, one-on-one right there with 94, the Chicago Bears, who's a good player like we already talked about. This is another set of great pass protection reps here from Fisher. This is one of my favorite plays because, again, right here, 94, he's got a great speed to power move. He's all about getting vertical, then working inside. This time, the Bears try to have him pinch inside to see if they can confuse the young tackle. Fisher doesn't fall for it. Another great play from him. Let's check it out. All right, there's a snap. You can see right there, 94 jump inside. Look, either Fisher knew this was coming because he's really, really smart, or he's got incredibly quick feet. You see how quickly he taps his feet? He goes bang, bang, and then back inside and throws him inside. That is incredible stuff. Either he just recognized it was coming by just what the defense was doing with the blitzes coming off the edge. Because one of the things you can tell if you're a tackle, if you play long enough, you see number 39 off the edge right there. If you get down in your stance right here, if you're Fisher and out of the corner of your eye, you see 39 walked up, you honestly can look at that and say, okay, 94 is probably not going to rush outside, and 39 is probably not going to rush outside. If 39 is coming, that means 94 is probably going inside. I'm going to be able to wash him down. That's what I think happened here with Fisher, and he recognizes it and does a great job. Completely negates 94, get the ball off, easy completion. Great rep from the young tackle once again. Let's go on to the next one. There he is once again at left tackle, one-on-one. Just works his guy at the field, completely negates him. Again, technically, I mean, it's not 100% perfect. You'd like him to maybe keep his shoulders a little squarer, right? But in terms of just getting the job done, in terms of just strength and power, I mean, just right there, that's a decent enough base. His hands are inside. He just completely locked down this defender. And this is just what he does. I mean, it's not perfect. He didn't have, he obviously had a number of mistakes in this game, a lot of stuff to clean up. But once he gets his hands on you, oh my goodness, you're not going anywhere. And he's got good athleticism like we've shown to match it. He's got a lot of potential as a pass protector. Here we go. One more at left tackle. Watch him work down inside and completely pick him up. No problem whatsoever. Again, this time he didn't see anyone blitzing off the edge, so he just saw number 94 work inside, and he just reacted. Takes one step inside, picks him up, squares him up, and just stays on him. Again, this is a lot harder than it looks. And that's what really talented rookies do. They make it look easy. And that's what Fisher does a lot of the time in the pass protection game. I think his Notre Dame coaching and the Houston Texans coaching staff really help with that. But some of this you can't teach. He definitely has a calm demeanor about him. He's clearly a smart, savvy player, and it shows up on tape. All right, let's end on a win here for Fisher in this Texans offense. It's going to be a zone scheme to the left side of the offense, left side of your screen. Tight end's going to be one-on-one base blocking, reach blocking the defensive end right there. Fisher's going to do a zone kind of double team right here, working up to number 47. Guard's going to work to take him over. You're going to get kind of backside cutoffs here on the backside, working to cut people off. Again, the whole point of this zone scheme is to get people moving. You want these people right here dislocated back, or at least dislocated this direction. It's going to be hats on hats. Who can win in these situations? Folks, Fisher, impact player right here. Let's check out how it goes. All right, there's a snap. Again, he works up right away to number 47 because he sees the interior defensive tackle flash inside. So he knows, okay, I'm going right to 47. And folks, this is one-on-one in the hole. This is big boy football right here. Watch 47's head when 57 hits him, when Fisher hits him. Watch this. Boom, back. Oh, that's awesome stuff. Right here. Watch it again. I can watch this all day. Boom, back. Great rep. Physical athlete, get in space on a linebacker and just throw him back. That's awesome stuff. That's exactly what will get done. That's winning football. I mean, look at this right here. This is a look. I mean, look at this hole, right? They've got the tight ends kind of getting blown up a little bit. If he could have done a little bit better, then this running back cuts right behind the tight end, right behind Fisher, and he is gone, folks. And it's all because Fisher delivered an impact block at the point of attack. Everyone else is doing a decent job. Tight end needs to do a little bit better, but overall, it's Fisher. You get an impact block like this in the regular season or in big time moments, whether it's a starter and a backup, this will be a huge run. Now, again, tight end gets kind of blown up and the play kind of collapses on the backside. But if you look at Fisher, I mean, I could watch that all day, just the impact block at the point of attack. He's a great pass protector. He needs to be a little more consistent with some of his technique. We showed that on his film. But he's a nasty force in the run game as well. I think the Texans got a really nice developmental prospect here in this young offensive tackle in Blake Fisher.
Yeah, Nick, and when you look at Fisher's write-up, you look at what they say about him, you hit all of the keys here. They're saying he's an impactful blocker. He has the size and ability to displace guys, redirect the way that they are going, are the words they use, and you see that exactly on this play. The guy's trying to get inside of him. He redirects him, gets him out of the play. I think Fisher, we knew coming into this, he had the size to play in the NFL. He had the power to play in the NFL. He just had to have the quickness and be able, mentally get everybody in the right direction, get things moving the way they needed to. And it seems like on plays like this, he's starting to put it all together.